We're taking a step back in time to the 1800s and the escape of enslaved people from the South to free states in the North via the Underground Railroad. But did you know that a far larger number of enslaved people than previously known escaped bondage by sea, adding a new dimension to the already risky track? An exhibit at the New Bedford Whaling Museum highlights little-known stories and the less-understood maritime side of the journey from slavery to freedom. Joining me now is Amanda McMullen. She's the CEO of the museum. Amanda, tell us
Hi,
about
Karen.
Hi, how are you? Tell us about
Good.
the roots of this groundbreaking exhibit and more about what the journey was like.
Exactly. Thank you, Karen, for having me. I'm really honored to be able to speak on behalf of this groundbreaking exhibit, just as you called it. The genesis of how the exhibit came together is actually through a fantastic collaboration in New Bedford with two lead partners in the community. Lee Blake, who is the president of the New Bedford Historical Society, came to me in 2019 after we had worked on a previous exhibit at the museum on Captain Paul Cuffey. And she brought in a new partner, professor of history at UMass Dartmouth, whose name is Timothy Walker. And Tim was in the process of editing a publication by the same title, Sailing to Freedom, The Maritime Dimensions of the Underground Railroad. And we just knew immediately that there was an exhibit here. So the publication itself came out first. And then we really got together and decided we needed to make this happen and needed to have it be at the New Bedford Whaling Museum.
Tell us what, Amanda, tell us what we'll learn by visiting the exhibit. If you could just bring the history alive for us.
Absolutely. So, I mean, mid-19th century, an increasingly large number, an under-known number, I would say. Most people, when you think about the Underground Railroad, you think about people escaping and seeking freedom by land. And what this new research is showing is that a vast majority escaped by sea. And not only does it make sense in terms of coastal southern communities, in terms of proximity to the water and to maritime activities, steamships, merchant ships, whaling ships, all of the above that were down the coast, it was often safer, it was faster, it wasn't as arduous a journey. And you were immediately sort of one-stop transported to a community where slaves had the ease to self-emancipation. And in many cases in New Bedford, what's really incredible is such a strong abolitionist community. And the whaling industry in the mid-1800s, once you got to New Bedford, you could also go out on a whaling journey for 3 or 4 years and were safe and free.
Okay, so that's a good question. Was it safer to take the maritime route to freedom? And
significantly.
Would it be more difficult to be caught and sold back into slavery through the maritime escape?
It would be far more difficult to actually be pursued, for one, and then eventually caught if that were even to happen. Most often it was you were not in any way able to pursue a slave or someone who was self-emancipating. And you were off on a whaling voyage for 2 or 3, 4 years in some cases. So by the time you came back, you were able to seek your freedom and start a whole new life.
Now, shipping was the primary way that goods were moved up and down the East Coast. And
That's
that
right.
gave enslaved people a lot of opportunity because there were lots of vessels in the area, right?
Never ending, right? Between all the southern coastal communities of the Carolinas, Virginia, and Maryland, and moving up north, obviously, to places like Boston, New Bedford, Philadelphia, and New York. So all free states.
Now, an escape by sea, you would think would require some specialized knowledge and contacts with crew members. How did that work?
Well, that was often, if you were working in a coastal community down south, you probably had those networks and relationships. You may have been working by the docks. And so you had an easy route that you were able to obtain. And then once you were on the boat, like I said, it was faster, it was safer. There were efficiencies, if you will. You didn't have to navigate by land with all of the different points to make sure that you could stay safe and be protected.
Now, Amanda, we also know that part of the museum's mission is to tell the very diverse stories of New Bedford and the South Coast. Tell us more about the museum's mission.
Oh, thank you. Our mission is to ignite learning through explorations of art, history, science, and culture. And it is always rooted in the stories of people. And the Sailing to Freedom exhibit exemplifies that, if you will, in terms of the exhibit itself takes individual narratives, individual people's stories, and brings them to life. We do that throughout the rest of the museum. And we are really digging deep for many years, but consistently on taking every exhibition and giving a layered approach to it so that people could come and look at beautiful art if you want to. You could learn about whale conservation.
Great
But we will
artifacts
always-
there too. I'm looking at the images. A lot of history, just history jumps out at you, and it's a great way to bring history alive and make it more relevant to people. You know, there's just one more week to see Sailing to Freedom. The exhibit closes on Sunday, November 20th. And Amanda, we want to thank you for joining us to tell us a little bit more about it. Be well.
Thanks for having me, Karen. You too.
All right, take care.